Hello YouTube, welcome to Gaming Vedas, and today we are going to see a 2v2 rush strategy. We are playing as the Germans and Japanese. What we'll be focusing on the rush units is that German will prepare Uhlans because Uhlans is very easy for the Germans to prepare because they can get 2 Uhlans with almost most of the shipments in age 2. So in age 2 we'll get shipments Uhlans, and also we can have Uhlans from our stable trains. And also Japanese can create Ashigaru musketeers and Yumi combo. Well, we will prefer that most of the units should be Ashigarus, and if possible some of the Yumis should be made. Now Deccan is a map in which on Central Plateau we have lot of resources. We have animals, herdables, we have mines also, we have trees. So it's very important to take an advantage of these treasures as well as these herds. So Japanese can create shrines on the herdables so that they can get an extra resource tickles from the shrine. And if you see, we have a Bhakti shrine, Bhakti trading post here. So the Bhakti trading post has an upgrade in which we can get 40% faster resource collection from berry bushes. And as you know, Japan cannot hunt the animals, so it's very important for them to capture this Bhakti trading post research, because they have to only rely on berry bushes and berry orchard. And if we get that 40% fast resource generation from these berry bushes and berry orchard, then it can be useful for Japan. In age 1, almost all the strategies have a common plan of action, that is collect food as fast as possible so that we can reach age 2. So I am leaving here outpost, trading outpost. It's very important for me because the Germans have to get as much as shipments in H2 as much as possible, because in each of our trading posts we'll get Uhlans, so it will be easy for us to mass Uhlans if we get shipments quickly. And I have ordered 2 settler wagons as my first shipment to boost my resource collection. Yeah. And I'm trying to collect as much treasure as I can. So far we are exploring the map, so we are not so much focused on joint treasure collections on big treasures. But if you are playing a 3v3 match or a 4v4 match, then you should focus on collecting brick treasures with your teammates, because 4 explorers together can collect almost any of the treasures which is present on map. But since we are only 2v2 and Japanese explorer has to create shrines, so most of the time in age 1 and age 2 he is busy in creating shrines. So I'll be collecting the treasures which are possible for a single European explorer to collect at single time. So now I have a put on age up, and I'll be going to age 2 with 400 woods, because with that I can create houses as well as a stable. In German it's very important to create houses, because if you don't have houses your shipments will be blocked, because each of the second day shipment requires you to have enough population, because you'll also get a Uhlan. So if your population cap is not enough, then you can't order the shipments in H2. So it's very important to collect wood. So maybe 400 wood itself will be not enough, because I have to make a market also. So I have put all the settler wagons on wood. Well, in Germans you can focus on the strategy in which any of the resources you fall short of, you can have your settler wagons working on that resource, because settler wagons count as 2 villagers, or I should say they are like resource gathering by 2 villagers with a single villager. So I usually do it whenever I feel there is a lack of any resources. I put all of the settler wagons on that resources. So the moment I'll go to age 2, I'll try to shift my settler wagons to coins, because Uhlans cost 100 coins, that is very high. not that much high if we compare with normal cap. A Hussar I will compare as a standard cap, so it takes 80 gold I guess, but still 100 coin we have to mask 100 coins, so we need a lot of coins. So we'll be focusing on coins once we go to age up. So the moment I went to age up, I have made a stable and I will collect these 400 woods and I'll try to upgrade from the market as much as I can. First upgrade from market I have put on coin collection gather rate, and second upgrade I have put on the wood collection. Ulans takes very minimum food, so food is not that much important in H2. So I remember Ulans take 50 food, so that is not a very high amount. So currently I have 5 bills on food, so that's enough for me. Now I'll be focusing more on coins. So in my next shipment I'll try to order the coin crate so that Ulans can be masked. Now I'm making Ulans from my stable, as well as I'll have ordered 5 Ulans, so I already have 2, and see how many Ulans I can create from the stable. So we have 4 plus 2 6 Ulans on map currently, and we'll be focusing on creating more Ulans. If we see, we are already 49 of 50 population cap, so we should focus on creating more of the houses. One house is already being made. This is what I told you with Ulans and with Germans. With each of these shipments we get 2 Ulans, so it's very important to create houses, because if you don't have houses we can't order any shipment, so we will get an unnecessary delay. So I'll try to raid the enemy settlers as much as possible, but my key focus should be to not lose a Ulan if possible. And I saw skirmishers here, so it's very important to kill them. That will be a big loss for Dutch, because losing out skirmishers in early game gives you a huge resource loss, because skirmishers are a bit expensive in it. So all the skirmishers are down, that's not a big deal for Ulan. So now I'll try to raid the enemy villagers. At this point of time he has also seen that I have lots of Ulans, so maybe he can have pikes at his base, so I will try not to engage with pikes as much as possible. Or I have a second option that I can insist that person, or I can force the Dutch to create more of the pikes, and finally I'll ask my Japan mate to come out with infantry reinforcements so that these pikes can be massacred. Okay, I saw wills, but I also saw pikes, so it's very important to run, not engage with them. Run Ulans, don't engage with pikes. When you know you're playing against Germans, you have to prepare something which can counter cap, otherwise Germans with their free Ulans will definitely try to raid your wills. And Dutch is doing here the right task by creating pikemans. Again pikemans, I can see lots of pikemans everywhere, pikemans, so it's very dangerous for me. But still I'll try to keep pressure on them so that they don't boom, because if the Dutch booms, then in around 20 minutes they can have lots of cannons, which can be a real threat to Japan. Okay, again pikes. This time they have snared me. When you get snared by pikemans, what you should actually do, that you should send some of the caps to counter it, and rest of the caps should be made to run. Okay, but I have been hit by another wave of pikemans. That will be a big loss to us, because with each Ulans it's like losing your 100 coins. But now I have Ashigaru reinforcement, and as I saw, they have most of the pikemans, and Ashigarus are the best unit to counter pikemans. If you have little bit of Yumis, that's better, but we have already saw that they are almost creating pikemans, so Ashigarus can take care of pikemans very easily. So now it's the time that we should rush on them because they have pikes, and this much Ashigarus won't leave any pikemen. I'll again try to raid with Ulan so that they can be ready with their pikemans, and when they are ready with their pikemans, we'll massacre their pikemans with our Ashigarus. Okay, we saw pikemans. Run Ulan. Run Ulan and come Ashigarus. Okay, maybe he saw Ashigarus, so he wants to save his pikemans, but that's not at all possible. If we try to make storms and take care of them, these storms are not a big problem, and I try to break their barrack, because with barrack they can make storms which can be dangerous to Ashigarus. Otherwise, from stable they have a normal facade. The other pipelines are also here. Ashigarus can usually take care of them. Just I have to run, and Ashigarus will kill them from range. Okay, I saw longbows, so now Ulans have a task to do. No longbows, no, you don't have a chance against Ulans. There is a problem of input lag for me. If you have any solutions, please do mention in the comment box. I have not googled out it too much, but there is no solution so far which I have found effective. These villages are going down. We have many Ashigarus. I have got 8 crossbowmen which I received through my shipment. It's very hard for them to think what should they make. They should make cav, or they should make pikemans, or they should make skirmishers. Okay, there's a raid ongoing at my base with pikemans. It's a big danger for me. Alright, they have already resigned. Maybe they have nothing much left with them. They were British and Dutch, so if they boom, we would have been on a greater loss. But if we see, most units killed is been received by Germans. Most treasures also. From resource point of view, British was trying to boom a lot, so he has got most of the resources. But if you are booming and you get a rush, then it's very difficult for you to play that game and win. In military, there is nothing much that they have made, and it was really very easy for us to counter them. The Dutch has made pikemans only. Now see our army versus their army. Both of Germans and Japans had full of military units, and if you see team stats, the enemy teams is nowhere close to us. So you can also follow this 2v2 rush strategy. It works really good on Deccan. In other maps in which we have a very limited resources in the starting, it can't be that useful, because 8 pikemans can counter 10 Ulans. That's the max you can make on any normal map. So please try and mention out in our comments if you like this strategy. If you like this strategy, do like the video also, and if you want more of such content, please subscribe to our channel. If you want to combat any particular strategy, or you want to learn any another strategy, please mention in the comment box. We'll be making a video on that. And that's all for this strategy. Thank you guys for watching. See you later.